Not everything that walks through your doors is what it seems. Sometimes the battles we face are not outside, but lurking silently within the walls we call home. Today, I'll help you uncover the unseen, the hidden, before it takes root and takes over. Have you ever walked into your own home and felt something was off, like the air itself has lost its warmth? That atmosphere, the very energy that should welcome you, feels heavy, almost suffocating. When peace leaves without warning, it's not just a passing mood or a bad day. It's a signal, a warning light flashing right before your eyes, begging you to pay attention. The place you call your sanctuary, your refuge, should breathe life into your spirit. But when the atmosphere shifts, when calm is replaced by tension, unease, or a strange silence that fills the rooms, it's more than coincidence. This is the invisible weight of something unwanted, something that does not belong in your space. You might start noticing subtle things, conversations that suddenly turn sour, an unexplainable coldness in certain corners, or even that unsettling feeling like you're being watched. This heaviness, the loss of peace, is the first hidden sign. It's the atmosphere screaming that something has moved in without invitation, and often, it's not something you can see with your eyes, but something you feel deep in your bones. It's like the spirit of your home itself has been altered, no longer a place of rest and restoration, but a battleground where unseen forces push and pull at the very essence of your life. And here's the thing, when peace disappears, it doesn't leave quietly. It starts by disrupting your focus, breaking your concentration, and slowly, day by day, it erodes your strength. That's why it's so dangerous. If you ignore this early warning, you might soon find your dreams, your goals, and even your relationships being pulled apart by this invisible tension. But how do you know this isn't just stress or the normal struggles of life? How can you tell if your home's atmosphere has been taken hostage? The answer lies in the patterns that follow, the emotional drain that creeps into your days, the progress that suddenly turns into repeated setbacks. And that, my friend, is where the next sign awaits, ready to reveal the deeper battle that is quietly unfolding in your life. So what is this emotional drain, and why does it hit harder inside the walls of your own home? Let's uncover that next, because what you don't see can control you far more than you realize. You wake up tired, go through the day like a shadow of yourself, and no matter how much rest you get, the exhaustion never seems to fade. This isn't just fatigue, it's something deeper. When emotional drain takes hold inside your own home, it's a clear sign that an invisible force is feeding off your life. Think about it, your emotions are the fuel that powers your dreams, your relationships, your very ability to thrive. When something or someone is quietly siphoning off that energy, it's like trying to run a race while carrying a heavy load you can't put down. You become vulnerable, distracted, and increasingly disconnected from the people and goals that once inspired you. This emotional drain doesn't happen by accident. It's subtle at first, like a slow leak in a tire you don't realize is flat until you're stranded. You might notice feelings of anxiety creeping in for no clear reason, unexplained sadness, or even bursts of anger that seem out of place. These are not random moods. They are symptoms of an atmosphere that is being poisoned, a space where something hostile is weakening your spirit. What makes this even more dangerous is how hard it is to pin. You can't always see the source, and because it feels internal, you might blame yourself for losing motivation or hope. But the truth is, this emotional drain is a tactic. It's designed to keep you off balance, to prevent you from recognizing the real threat that has invaded your home. When your energy is drained, your ability to fight back diminishes. You become less aware, less confident, and more susceptible to negative influences. And here's the catch. This emotional theft is often the reason progress stalls. You set goals, you plan your steps forward, but somehow you keep hitting the same invisible wall. That leads us right into the next crucial sign, how your progress turns into patterns of setbacks. No matter how hard you try, why does the same thing keep happening? Why does every breakthrough seem to be followed by a breakdown, Stay with me, because understanding this cycle is the key to breaking free before it's too late. Have you noticed how sometimes, no matter how hard you push, your progress suddenly hits a wall? You make plans, you take steps forward, but somehow the same obstacles keep showing up over and over again. It's like running in circles, trying to climb a ladder that keeps shifting beneath your feet. This isn't just bad luck or coincidence, it's a powerful sign that something is working against your momentum. When progress turns into patterns, it means that what should have been breakthroughs have become repeated setbacks. And that pattern doesn't happen randomly. It's a cycle designed to keep you stuck, to keep you spinning your wheels without moving ahead. This is a strategic disruption, one that chips away at your confidence, your hope, and your belief in yourself. Why does this happen? Because the space you live in holds power. When negative forces take root, they don't just affect your mood or energy, they interfere directly with your ability to advance in life. Your ideas stall, opportunities slip away, and the success you deserve feels just out of reach. It's as if an invisible hand is pulling you back every time you try to move forward. What's more frightening is how easy it is to fall into blame. Blame yourself, blame others, blame the circumstances. But rarely do we pause to see that the real problem lies within the very environment you call home. This manipulation of progress is a key tactic of hidden forces, keeping you trapped in a cycle of frustration and disappointment. And here's a critical truth: breaking free from this cycle requires you to recognize the pattern first. You have to see it clearly to understand that these setbacks are not normal or inevitable, but symptoms of a deeper interference. But what about the nights when you lie awake, restless, your mind racing with thoughts that won't let you rest? When your sleep is disturbed, and your dreams are invaded by fear or confusion, that's where the next sign reveals itself. Because what happens when your rest is stolen? How does that affect the battle for your home and your life? Stay with me as we uncover the truth behind disrupted sleep and shadowed thoughts. This isn't just insomnia or stress. It's a warning sign that something unseen is invading the most vulnerable part of your life, your rest. When your sleep is disturbed, when your dreams are shadowed by fear, confusion, or even strange images, it's more than just bad dreams. It's an attack on your peace, your clarity, and your ability to recharge. Sleep is supposed to be your refuge, a sacred space where your mind and body heal. But when that space is compromised, when your rest is interrupted night after night, it slowly drains your strength. It's not just about feeling tired in the morning, it's about losing your connection to your own power, your intuition, and your peace of mind. What's worse, those shadowed thoughts that invade your dreams don't stay there. They spill over into your waking hours, clouding your judgment, feeding your fears, and keeping you stuck in a cycle of confusion. This disruption is no accident. It's a tactic used to weaken your defenses, to chip away at your resilience. Imagine trying to face each day after a night of battle in your mind. How long can you hold on before your spirit begins to crack? The enemy knows that when your mind is restless, your decisions become shaky, and your confidence falters. It's the perfect way to keep you off balance and under control. And here's the danger many don't see: this pattern of disrupted sleep and shadowed thoughts isn't just about your mind. It's about the atmosphere in your home, the very environment you live in. When negative forces take hold, they invade not only your waking hours, but also your nights, making it impossible to find true rest anywhere under that roof. So if your sleep is disturbed, what else might be happening in your home without you realizing it? Why do conflict and chaos seem to multiply in some households, like an unseen storm brewing just beneath the surface? That brings us to the next sign, a sign you can't afford to ignore: the magnetic pull of chaos. Let's explore why conflict finds your house so easily. Have you ever wondered why some homes seem to attract conflict like a magnet? Why arguments erupt over the smallest things, tension fills the air, and peace feels like a distant memory? This isn't just bad communication or normal family stress. When chaos finds your house easily, it's a sign that the environment itself has become a battleground. Think about it: peace and harmony require balance. When that balance is disturbed, when negative energy takes root, chaos doesn't just happen randomly. It's drawn in almost as if your home is sending out an invitation, whether knowingly or not. The constant bickering, the sharp words, the unexplained mood swings, all of these are symptoms of something deeper at work. Chaos is not just noise or disruption, it's a force that eats away at trust, love, and unity. It creates division where there should be connection, confusion where there should be clarity. And the frightening truth is, the more chaos you allow, the stronger it becomes. It thrives in disorder and feeds on fear and frustration. Why does this happen? Because chaos is a strategy. It weakens the very foundation of your home. It keeps people divided, distracted, and drained. When conflict becomes the norm, it's almost impossible to focus on growth, success, or healing. You become trapped in a cycle where peace is rare and fleeting, and the battles seem never ending. And here's the catch: this chaos often doesn't come from outside threats, but from what has quietly settled inside your wall. It's like a storm brewing beneath the surface, invisible to the eye, but powerful enough to disrupt every relationship and plan. The atmosphere of your home is charged, and it affects every interaction, every decision, every moment. So if chaos is knocking at your door, how are the animals in your home reacting? Pets are often the first to sense shifts in energy. Are they acting differently? That's the next sign we need to uncover, because when even the animals sense danger, it's a message you cannot afford to ignore. Let's look deeper into what your pet's behavior might be telling you about the unseen forces in your home. Have you ever noticed how your pets suddenly start acting strange, more restless, anxious, or aggressive, without any clear reason? Animals have a natural sensitivity, a kind of sixth sense that picks up on energies and changes we humans often miss. When your pets behave differently, it's not just a quirk or a phase. It's one of the clearest warnings that something unseen is affecting the energy in your home. Pets are often the first to sense danger. They don't just react to what they see, but to what they feel deep in the atmosphere. When they growl at empty corners, hide for hours, or refuse to come inside certain rooms, it's a sign that the environment around them is charged with tension, confusion, or something more sinister. This is nature's way of alerting you to the invisible presence that you cannot yet see or understand. Why does this matter so much? Because if even your animals are unsettled, it means the energy in your home has shifted dramatically. That shift affects not only your pets but also every person living under that roof. It's a ripple effect that spreads from the unseen to the very real, impacting moods, health, and overall well-being. Ignoring these signs can be dangerous. When pets act out, many dismiss it as simple behavioral issues or stress, but often it's a cry for help. Their behavior is a reflection of the invisible forces at work, forces that can grow stronger if left unchecked. They are trying to tell you in their own way that something is wrong, something that needs to be addressed before it escalates. And here's what's critical: understanding this sign is about more than just watching your pets. It's about listening to what they're trying to communicate. Their discomfort is a mirror of the spiritual and emotional state of your home. It's a call to action, a wake-up call to regain control of your space. So if the animals in your home are signaling danger, what about the people? How do you recognize when charm and friendliness are actually tools of control and confusion? That leads us to the next key sign: when manipulation wears a mask. Stay close, because what appears as warmth can hide the coldest intention. Have you ever met someone who seems incredibly charming, warm, and friendly, but deep down something just doesn't sit right? That charm, that smooth smile, can sometimes be a mask, a clever disguise hiding manipulation and control. When manipulation wears a mask, it becomes one of the most dangerous hidden signs that a negative presence is operating in your home. This type of manipulation doesn't come in the form of threats or loud arguments. No, it's subtle. It creeps in quietly, wrapped in kindness, compliments, and seemingly good intentions. It confuses you, making you question your own thoughts and feelings. Suddenly you're wondering if you're overreacting, if the problems really exist, or if you're to blame for the tension and unrest. That's the power of manipulation. It disorients and isolates you, while strengthening its hold. Why is this so dangerous? Because it breaks down your boundaries. It makes you vulnerable to influence that can control your decisions, your emotions, and even your relationship. Manipulation disguised as charm can turn allies into enemies and trust into suspicion. You may find yourself caught in a web where logic is replaced by doubt, and freedom replaced by fear. When this manipulation takes root in your home, it distorts reality, creating an environment where confusion reigns and clarity disappears. People begin to feel lost, unsure whom to trust or what to believe. This is not just psychological, this is a battle for control over the very energy of your space and your life. And here's the kicker, because this control is hidden behind a mask of friendliness. It's one of the hardest signs to detect and even harder to confront. It's easy to ignore or rationalize away, but the longer it goes unchecked, the stronger it becomes. So once you recognize this mask of manipulation, the question becomes, how do you reclaim your space? How do you cleanse the atmosphere and restore order, power, and identity to your home? That's the final step we must explore, the critical process of cleansing your space and removing these hidden forces for good. Stay with me because this could change everything. When your home has been touched by unseen forces, when the atmosphere feels heavy, and every step forward is met with resistance, the most important thing you can do is take action, cleansing your space. Cleansing is not just about tidying up or rearranging furniture, it's about restoring order, reclaiming power, and re-establishing your identity in the place you call home. Imagine your house as a living organism, a reflection of the energy within. When negativity builds up, it disrupts the natural flow, creating blockages that affect your mind, your body, and your relationships. Cleansing is the process of breaking down those blockages, clearing out the shadows, and filling your home with a renewed sense of strength and peace. But how do you cleanse a space that feels so deeply infiltrated? It starts with awareness, recognizing the signs, understanding what's happening beneath the surface, and refusing to accept the status quo. Cleansing requires intentional steps, clearing out clutter, opening windows to let fresh air in, and setting boundaries that protect your home from further intrusion. More than that, cleansing is a declaration. It's you taking back control, sending a clear message that negativity will not have a place to grow. It involves surrounding yourself with positive energy, creating an environment that supports your goals, your dreams, and your well-being. It means rebuilding your sanctuary into a space of peace and power. Remember, this process isn't a one-time event. It requires vigilance, persistence, and a commitment to maintain the integrity of your home's energy. You become the guardian of your space, standing firm against anything that tries to steal your peace or disrupt your life. Your home should be a place where you thrive, not just survive. When you cleanse and protect your space, you open the door for clarity, success, and harmony to flow free. It's time to take action, remove the hidden forces, restore your home, and reclaim the life you deserve. The signs are clear. The choice is yours. Will you allow darkness to take root, or will you rise up, cleanse your space, and create a home filled with power, peace, and purpose? The battle begins now. Are you ready to win?